Are you someone who experiences FOMO? Or do you find yourself often wondering, what if? What if you had made a different choice? What might your life be like right now? Had you moved somewhere different or chosen a different career path, stayed with that other partner? What might your life be like right now? Many of us get stuck in this thought loop, wondering, what if we had made other choices? What might life be like right now? And this is a form of comparison thinking that can sometimes take us out of our current reality. And it puts us into this state of just being sad, being haunted by the idea that our life could have been so much better had we not made choices that were the wrong choices. Sometimes we just assume that the choices we've made are not the best ones. But today I want to offer you a few ideas that may help you in getting out of that state of mind and helping to redirect your attention back into the here and now, perhaps with a deeper level of acceptance and appreciation for the path that you've been on. All right, let's get started. The first idea that I want to offer you speaks to our tendency to assume, had I made another choice, maybe my life would be so much better. You know, that can feel like a really compelling idea to imagine that something else that you may have chosen would have led you to more joy, more happiness, more money, all the things, right? But consider this, perhaps making other choices would have led you down a path that would be actually worse than what it is that you have now. We have no way of knowing. We can't go back in time and try making other choices and see how that goes, what outcomes that would lead to. But I do want to offer that we just don't have any way of knowing what we've been able to avoid based on the choices that we've made. What near misses have there been? How have your decisions enabled you to avert maybe something catastrophic, maybe something that would have been really upsetting, really disappointing? There are always things that we can think about and wonder about, but a question that I have for you to journal on is to ask yourself this: what are all of the good things that have come your way on the path that you have chosen? Maybe these are things you didn't even expect, but grab a pen and paper and make a list. What are some of the good things that have come to you based on your path, the choices you have made? All right, the next idea that I want to offer could be useful when you are thinking about some of the hard times you've been through. And maybe this has come about as a result of mistakes or setbacks, things that you perceive are failures in your life. Consider that your choices have been your curriculum. Everything that you have been drawn to has been based on urges and desires that are unique and innate to you. And following those things has led you down a path where you've been able to learn from whatever has worked or not worked. This has been your life's curriculum. Your choices are your curriculum. And so I want to encourage you to sit down and journal on this question. What have you learned? What have you learned as a part of this curriculum? What has your life path taught you thus far? These are probably some really golden lessons because they've been acquired through lived experience. Have you ever found that other people around you can give you their hard-earned advice? They can offer you their wisdom, but it doesn't always hit as deeply as the wisdom that you've acquired based on what you've gone through, even if it's involved pain and struggle. When we do learn something, sometimes we feel it on a deeper level. We have a strong degree of conviction, and it's that learning, it's those lessons that we are often able to apply on the path forward, and this can make our experiences ahead much richer and much more satisfying. And the final idea that I want to offer can help with this feeling that you may have of imagining that your life is not full enough or that it's missing something, that there's just a void there. There's something that isn't there for you. There is an expression, it's the stones in the creek that give the creek its song. And when we have been through setbacks or struggle, heartache, even a feeling of there being a void, that impacts in certain ways. Sometimes it puts us on a mission of seeking certain things out or searching ourselves, of getting to know ourselves better, of having to connect with ourselves maybe at a low point, having to really feel like when you take everything else away, what is it that's really there? What is true for you? So, knowing that it's the stones in the creek that give the creek its song, my question for you to contemplate, to journal on, is what is your song? What is your song? What is it that you've been through that has given your life new meaning, perhaps new purpose? And you have been on this path that has given you a story. And the silver linings are a part of that story. The struggle is a part of that story. Maybe there's been trauma that's a part of that story. And also there's post-traumatic growth that is a part of that story. That's the wisdom that we gain through what it is that we have to suffer and struggle through. So I invite you to write that story down. I invite you to contemplate what is it that is unique to you, that you could share, and that you get to take with you in this next part of your journey. However long it is, what is it that you get to carry with you? Because the story gets to keep going, and what you now have is an opportunity. You have an opportunity to apply all of the lessons that you've learned, everything you now know about yourself, whatever sense of purpose you feel is true for you. These are the gifts that you now get to carry with you into this next chapter. So stay in your story, because regardless of what the what ifs sound like or look like in your imagination, it's the real lived story that is authentic, that's real, and that is unique to you. And if we can celebrate our stories, we get to experience a lot more appreciation and fulfillment on a daily basis. I hope you found these ideas helpful, and if you heard something that really spoke to you, feel free to share that in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more weekly wellness inspiration, and I appreciate you joining me today. I look forward to seeing you next time.